Obviously, we saw Virgil, we saw your son Boots, Jerome Boots Ennis at the weekend in the ring, finally getting it on with Virgil, it seems. One thing which I'd like to ask you first is, what did you think of Virgil's performance?
Virgil's performance was a spectacular performance. Virgil did what he's supposed to do. You know what I mean? It was a good fight, great fight. It was a great fight, you know what I mean? It was a great fight, you know what I mean? And he did his job, you know what I mean? You know? And that's it.
Both your son and Virgil, if you blink, you probably missed the fight. Both your son and Virgil, it was over pretty quickly. It felt that way. Whose performance was better, or Boots or Virgil's most recent performance?
Well, you can't really say nothing about it because they both was like almost the same to me. Boots stopped his guy in the first round. Virgil stopped his guy in the second round. So I mean, it was great, man. It was great to see both of them victorious.
I saw Virgil in an interview afterwards say he'd prefer to fight Errol Spence. I was surprised, being as that Duran had been in the ring with him and the fight seemed to be made already.
Yeah, and what really took me out is that he had called Boots into the ring. So I thought the fight was going to be set. But after that, what Boots said to him, you know what I mean? You know, he wanted to shut Oscar up, all the ones that's running their mouth, you know what I mean? You know, I'm gonna show you. The time is running out. You know what I mean? So you know, he said, "Well, you gonna take the fight?" He said, "Eddie, where's the contract?" And he started laughing. So, you know,
do you think he wants the fight?
I don't think he want to fight right now. I don't think because I'm looking at all the stuff coming up on the Instagram and all that stuff. Like he want to fight Spence. Spence, what did he say? He want to fight Spence. He didn't want to fight Boots at that time. So I don't know what they doing. I mean, I just hope they make the fight. That's all I can say. He's a good fighter, though.
We were saying that we're not 100% sure whether Virgil wants it.
Right. Oh, yeah. We're not 100% sure that Virgil going to take the fight. You know what I mean? If not, we're just going to move on. We're going to move on to, what's that? Fundora, another good fighter. He got the title. Who else got the title at that weight? Fundora. I guess the Charlo. Do we still got the title? Yeah, Charlo. I guess whoever's there, whoever got the titles, we going after.
Would you take a Spence fight?
No, I don't. No, I wouldn't take Spence fight. Why would you go after Spence? Spence ain't fought in like 3 years. Why would you do that?
Is he still a credible name, a big name, and to have that on your resume, I think only boosts his career.
Who, Spence? Yo, Spence still got a beautiful name, a big name, man. You know what I mean? But I would like the Spence to get in, you know, get back into the boxing and get some few fights before you even think about fighting Spence. You know what I mean? Spence is another great fighter, man. You can't count him out. You know what I mean?
What do you make of Conor Benn this weekend? Obviously, he's usually at 147.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys would take that fight as well as another option in the future.
Conor Benn, another great fighter, man. Another great fighter, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. If Conor come down that weight, oh yeah, we'll love to fight Conor. Yeah. You know, see, we like to fight all the guys that's great, man. You know, and he's another great fighter. I don't care what nobody say. They could talk about fighters like they always talk about fighters, but the same ones that talk about them fighters never had a pair of gloves on their life, never fought a day in their life.
Yeah. What do you make of this fight at the weekend with Conor Benn and Chris Eubank in the rematch? Who do you think wins?
Well, I'm not going to say who I think wins. I know one thing I'm going to say is this. It's going to be another good fight. And this time, I don't think it's going the distance. That's all I can tell you.
Oh, wow. So, a stoppage in this one. It's going to be entertaining. Do you think Conor has enough power to knock people out? Since he's come back off of his ban or suspension, he hasn't had the power that we're used to seeing. Do you think he has the ability to stop people at 147 or even Chris Eubank Jr.? Yeah.
Well, I think Conor Benn still has that power. You know what I mean? Now he already fought that. What's that 160?
Sorry?
They fought at 160. Well, I think his body probably get immune to it now. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be a great fight. That's all I can say. I think he still has the power.
What about Crawford? Obviously, he is one of the best fighters in the world now, pound for pound, maybe the best.
Yeah.
Do you think he should go back down? Do you think he should go to 160? Where would you suggest he goes?
Well, I think Crawford is the best pound for pound right now. And I think Crawford should be able to do what he want to do.
Your son would obviously like a fight with Crawford in the future. He's not afraid of anyone as well. How do you think those styles would mesh up between Boots and Crawford?
Well, Boots and Crawford, that would be one of the biggest fights in history, man. You know what I mean? When it comes to styles, they both of them have beautiful styles, man. You know what I mean? They both switch, and they both can do it all. You know what I mean? Crawford will fight you. He just showed everybody he'll fight you too. Boots will fight you inside and outside. When you got heart like that, that's what you do. And Crawford does the same thing. So.
And with Canelo, what do you think he should do? Would you say it's best for Canelo to retire after putting in such an incredible performance for years and years and years, but taking another loss against Crawford?
Well, Crawford is another great fighter, and Crawford should be able to do what he want to do. That's all I can tell you. You know what I mean? You talking about Canelo? Oh yeah, Canelo should be able to do what he want to do. He done made history already, man. You know what I mean? So whatever he decides to do, that's up to him.
While I have you here then, did you see the fallout with Tank and Jake Paul? Obviously, they were meant to be fighting this weekend as well, Tank and Jake Paul. Are you upset that Tank isn't fighting Jake Paul? Do you think it's good that the fight's not happening?
Come again, say it again.
Jake Paul was meant to be fighting Tank Davis this weekend. Right. Are you happy that the fight's not happening?
Oh yeah, I was surprised. I mean, you can never know. You know, Tank got other things on his mind. You don't know what happened. You know what I mean? You know, anything can happen, but people are talking about Tank this type of, but they don't know. Tank probably had something, really important to do, or something was really on his mind that he couldn't take the fight. You know what I mean? I don't talk bad about nobody. You know what I mean? That was up to him what to do.
It was to do with an incident in a strip club. It was to do with an incident in a strip club with a female. Some bad charges that were thrown his way. That's why he couldn't make the fight.
Well, that ain't none of my business, so I can't talk to you about that.
Okay, fair enough. Just one more then. What do you make of Dana White's involvement in boxing? Are you happy to see another entity from the UFC come in boxing, or are you not a fan of what he's trying to do, take away the Muhammad Ali Act, etc.?
I don't think that's right. That's all I can tell you. I don't think that's right, taking away the Muhammad Ali Act. You know what I mean? That's supposed to be protection of the fighters, you know what I mean? So I don't agree with that, nothing that he said. That's it.
What do you think should happen? Do you think Eddie needs to make sure Dana doesn't get a grip hold on boxing? What would be your suggestion to make sure that this doesn't happen?
Well, see, that's something I couldn't tell you. I'm not a lawyer or nothing like that, so I couldn't tell you what he should do. You know what I mean? It's up to him to do what he can do. Yeah.
Just finally then, if we do get the Boots Ortiz fight, which everyone wants to see, right? Being as that they're both coming off early stoppages, when do you think that would be?
Well, if anything, the way it's going now, probably be in March, February, March. I say March or April or something like that. If it ever take place.
Where?
I said February or March.
Where do you think it could take place?
Probably Vegas. Most likely Vegas. Vegas or New York.
Do you think there should be titles, world titles on the line for this fight?
To me, it doesn't make a difference because they said it's one of the biggest fights, that's coming up. So it don't make no difference to me. We like to go after titles, you know what I mean? But if that's the biggest fight and everybody wants to see that fight, that's what we're going to do.
What do you like most about being here? And obviously for Jack, he's got a big fight with Echo Essom, and that's the reason you're here. But what do you like about London and the fight week so far?
Well, everything was wonderful. The way they treat you out here, you know what I mean? Great respect, man. I respect everybody out here because they treat us so well.
What do you expect from a fighter like Jack Catterall? I know he sparred Boots, and we'll go into that spar and things like that. But like, what?
Yeah, he sparred. Did he spar Boots? Yeah, he worked with Boots a little bit. Yeah.
But what made you and him link up? You just told me a little bit before we started the interview about how this link up between you and Jack Catterall came about.
And that's how it came about. When he came down there, they had hit me up on the phone and said they would like to come to my gym, and I gave him the okay to come. So when he came to my gym, he loved what we was doing. He never did the stuff that we was doing, and he told me he'd be back, and I didn't know he was coming back, but I got that phone call from his manager months later and asked me would I want to train Jack. I said, yeah, I work with Jack. Jack a good little fighter, man. You know what I mean? Little certain things he got to pick up on. You know what I mean? And other than that, yeah, I work with him.
He went to BOMAC as well and thought you were the best pick for his career moving forward.
Well, his manager, Sam, told me, he said he had a chance to pick between me and BOMAC. So he picked me. Yeah.
What do you think Jack can do under your tutelage? How far do you think you can get Jack Catterall?
Well, see, to me, I needed to work on him more than a little bit of time we've been working with. You know what I mean? He picked up some of the, good stuff that I was teaching him. But, it takes time to, to get that stuff in your system. You know what I mean? Because you can't get it overnight. You know what I mean? So it's like muscle memory. You keep on doing it over and over till he get it. You know what I mean? But he got some of the stuff. So I think he should prevail with this fight with some of the stuff that I taught him.
Appreciate your time. We've had 2 interviews in the space of 10 minutes, but thank you for coming back to me and thanks for your time.
You're welcome, my brother.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks, man.